Well, I just want to say to you that the Council of the United Bermuda Party met tonight, and we had 2 votes. The first one was a vote to delay the vote on making a decision on forming a new party. That vote was not successful. The next motion was on a vote to get together with the Bermuda Democratic Alliance and form a new party. That vote was approved, and as a consequence of that, we will now deal with forming a new party.
So the United Bermuda Party ceases to exist as of tonight?
No, it doesn't cease to exist tonight. The other part of the motion was to then deal with an orderly winding up of the party, because that's what you have to do. If you're in politics, you have to then make sure that lots of other things happen behind the scene. And the one thing that we said to everyone, that the reason that we will be joining and forming a new party is to have a unified opposition, to get lots of other people that haven't been involved in the past to come out. So we're really throwing out the gauntlet to everyone and say, you have wanted to be involved and you wanted a unified opposition. It will be there going forward, so let's talk about coming out and getting involved.
What is going to happen to Mr. Swan?
I think there are lots of things that have to be discussed and worked out, and those things will evolve.
Any indication as to who the leader of the new party is going to be? We're hearing that Mr. Barrett.
Well, I would not want to turn around and preempt any sort of proper rollout and any proper sort of announcement, and that's all I can say with respect to that.
How soon before we get this official announcement?
I would think that that is going to be part and parcel of the groups getting together and deciding the timing, because as you can appreciate, timing is everything.
How long before the UBP is warmed up?
Can't say that yet, because it's a part and parcel of how long it takes us to deal with the rolling out of the party. And as I say, it's very important for us to let our members know what is happening, to give them the opportunity to get involved, and that's what we'll be doing.
What of the notion that it's going to be before the 13th when Parliament goes back in?
I don't want to speak definitively without the consultation, because this, as I say, it's about making sure the announcement comes properly and in the correct manner.
Why all the, I don't know, I want to say the delay in making this official announcement? The opposition has a role to play in government, despite what people might think. The opposition has a role to play. That it's supposed to keep the government accountable on a number of areas, all areas. Why the delay in announcing what the opposition is going to be? People need to know. I think people have a right to know, including the former UBP supporters.
Well, all I can say to you is that I don't believe, while we have had these discussions about what we want to do, I don't think that we've let the people down with respect to commenting on lots of the issues have come at by commenting on things that the government has been failing in. I don't think that we've done any of that. We have continued with our role as the opposition by holding the government accountable, by making suggestions for improving their performance. So I don't think that our discussions have impeded our ability to do those other things.
Do you think that you will, in this move, take the bulk of your UBP supporters with you?
I think that lots of people out there have been saying that they want to get involved, they want to see the opposition unified, and I think what we all have to remember, because this is how it all started, our core values have never been different. The BDA and UBP have core values that are the same, and this is what drives any organization when you start talking about getting together. And I think that you will just have to look, and you see we'll be reaching out to people and saying to them, get involved.
I don't think that the UBP and the BDA having the same core values comes as any surprise, since the BDA was born out of the UBP. Now, there had been a study that was done some years ago advising that if the UBP, or if members of the UBP wanted to remain politically viable, that the younger members of the UBP should break away, form a new party, and then the other members come back under this umbrella, or reunite under this umbrella. I know you have seen sight of that document?
I have not seen sight of that document.
We've had it on television on a number of occasions. Is this just the fulfillment, the fulfilling of that recommendation?
I have not seen sight of that document, and I'm not in a position to be able to comment on that.
The electorate, in fact, has the final say in all of this. And my question again is, do you think you'll take the bulk of your supporters with you?
I think the electorate will be looking forward to see what the new party stands for, what their platforms are about, what the candidates are, and that's what it's going to be all about. So I'm not in a position right now to forecast. All I can say is we all believe in change. We believe in getting people involved, and we will continue to do that.
Do you feel as if you've betrayed your membership?
I don't think that we betrayed our membership, because I think you have to recognize that this was the party itself that talked about looking at a way forward. That's all I have to say.
Some years ago, shortly after the election was won by the Progressive Labour Party, I'd suggested then that the UBP should simply disappear and reform. That's taken almost 12 years to happen.
Can't comment on that either. Good.
One more question. Who's the rump leader of the UBP now? And given the points that Gary has made about time, the window for an election in Bermuda is 21 days, which means that in actual fact the Premier can call an election tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, and there can be an election within another 21 days after that. So there is a need for urgency here, and is that appreciated?
Definitely appreciated.
If that is appreciated, why can't we find out, or why is it so difficult for you to indicate who the leader of this new party is, who the executive perhaps of this new party is? Are we going to see any members of the former UBP as part of the executive of this party?
The new party and the executive will be unveiled by those individuals.
Before the 13th of May?
I cannot comment on that. Thank you.